All right. Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. Give me some energy. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Repeat after me. I can do all things
I can do all things
through Christ, who strengthens me. And so I want to say welcome each and every one of you all. I got to kind of like feel your spirit as you've been sitting here, as you've been in the room. Okay? Latasha, pronounced it right. I know it's spelled with an R at the end. Jenna, right? Okay. Cassandra, Yolanda, and Mr. Marcus. Right. All right, good. So listen, I wanted to talk to you today about the mentality that it takes to do what you are about to do. You can learn all the technical things that Mr. Christian and Mr. Charles is about to teach you and that they're about to show you, but it's really about what's inside of you that's going to make you successful. You got to really want this thing, because there are thousands of other people out there just like you who's trying to do what you are about to do. Now, I didn't say you were trying to do it. I said you were about to do it. So we got to confess these things with our words, and we got to confess these things with our mouths, because this is the beginning of the rest of your life today. This changes things today. I heard some of you all talk about your child. I heard you all talk about your background, about working in other companies for other people. Well, this is your chance to become entrepreneurs as well. This is the foundation of your learning tools. And just to tell you a little bit about Charles, Charles came from the streets, from the west side of Chicago. He did some prison time. But he decided in his mind that when he got out of prison, he wanted to come out, he wanted to change his life. He wanted to do things not only for him, his family, and his community. And so when you talk about a true living, breathing, walking example of what someone looks like who changed their life, that's that man right there. Give him a nice round of applause. When I met this brother a few months ago, he had come to the hospital. I work at Cook County Stroger Hospital. I'm a patient advocate. I go into the rooms, I talk to the patients. If they need poetry therapy, I do poetry for them. If they need music therapy, I DJ for them. If they need spiritual therapy, then I can teach the Word of God, or we can talk about motivational, inspirational things about life, about what we need to do from this day forward, because we can't change nothing that happened. That's in the past. We are focusing on right now and what we need to do moving on from today. And so I can see it today. I see the hope in your eyes. I see the faith in your eyes. I believe in you. Mr. Charles believes in you. Mr. Christian believes in you. And that's why you are here today. But you got to believe in yourself. It's going to be hard. It's going to be some mornings that you don't want to get up. Y'all know we're in Chicago, right? So y'all know the weather going to be funny sometimes. But you got to think to yourself, how many other people don't want to get up at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning? I got to do what other people don't want to do. How many other people don't want to go outside because it's 15 degrees outside? I got to do what other people don't want to do. That's going to be the catalyst that you use to be able to sell these products and get these bodies inside of these units and then take home a decent wage for you and your family. Now, I'm a Christian. I'm a Bible man. I teach. How many of you all know the story about Joseph? Well, let me tell you about Joseph real quick, because it reminds me of Charles. Joseph was a man who was gifted by God. He was given the gift of dream interpretation. Now, you might know him by he interpreted the Pharaoh's dream. You're going to have 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. And so he said, you're going to store. But let me tell you the backstory. The backstory was his brothers was jealous of him. You're going to have haters. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have people who tell you, well, why are you taking your time to try to do that? You can't, why are you trying? There's other people that's trying to do the same thing and they're not successful. You got to prioritize those type of people in your life and put them where they belong. It's not that you can't love somebody, but you got to learn to love people from a distance. Mm-hmm. You got to surround yourself by people who support you, even if they're not your flesh and blood family, because sometimes they're the worst. Yeah. So his brothers was hating on him, and they said, look, let's just kill him. His father shows him favoritism. Let's just kill him. And the older brother was like, no, let's just put him in a pit. Okay? Some Arabs came through and they said, well, let's just sell him. They sold their brother. The Arabs took him down into Egypt and sold him to a Roman guard called Potiphar. Potiphar said, okay, I see the greatness in you. I'm going to make you control over my whole house. Potiphar's house started prospering because this young man was in his house that was gifted by God. And I'm saying that you were gifted by God. Potiphar's wife started coming on to Joseph. And he said, no, I can't do that. This man gave me all control over his whole house. Why would I turn my back on him? Why would I do him wrong? And why would I sin against God? The wife lied on him and said he tried to rape him. Potiphar got mad and put him in prison. Well, in prison, guess what happened in prison? The prison started prospering because this man was there. So sometimes it's not the place, it's the person that's in the place. So one of the prisoners finally got out of prison. Joseph said, don't forget me when you get up there where you're going. Because, you know, people get amnesia about who helped them along the way. So don't y'all forget about Charles and Mr. Prison. And then Pharaoh had a dream that disturbed him. Of 7 ears of corn that looked like it was very frail, that ate another 7 ears of corn that was very full. Then he had another dream of 7 little thin cows that ate 7 thick cows. No one could interpret the dream. And then finally, the guy remembered Joseph. Joseph interpreted the Pharaoh's dream and said, you're going to have 7 years of plenty and you're going to have 7 years of famine. And the king said, I'm going to make you head over all of Egypt. The only person that's going to be over you is me. Joseph, he stored all the food up. When the famine came, it was doing all right. And I'm saying all this to say to you, people going to hate on you. People going to lock you out. People going to throw you away and try to bring up your old self and how you used to be. But God got something inside of each and every one of you all. And you got to use that thing that God got inside of you. Some of you all ain't supposed to be alive right now. Some of you all ain't even supposed to be at this place at this moment right now about to take advantage of this opportunity. But God brought you here. God brought you in this place and God has given you this opportunity. So take advantage of the opportunity. And in order for you to take advantage of the opportunity, there's one more thing that you must do. And that's what I'm going to close with. And that's what I'm going to leave with. There was a man who wanted to be rich. And he went to a guru. And he said, can you teach me how to be rich? I want to be rich like you. The guru said, meet me at the lakefront tomorrow morning. He came with his suit on. He had his tie on. He met the guru at the lakefront. He said, okay, now can you tell me how to be rich? The guru said, come on out here in the water. He went out there in the water with the guru, right? He said, man, I didn't come out here to swim. I came out here to get the information. I want you to tell me how to be rich. You're here for the information, but there's some things that they can't tell you that you need. So the guru said, come on out a little bit more. The water got to his waist. He said, man, you tripping. I want to be rich. I don't want to be in this water. He said, come on out here a little bit more. The water got all the way up to his chin. The guru dipped him down in the water. He doing his arms like that. He gasping for breath and everything like that. And just before he passed out, the guru lifted him up out the water. And the guru said, let me ask you a question. What did you want to do the most when you were down in the water? And you know what the man said he wanted to do the most? He wanted to breathe. So when you want this as much as you want to breathe, ain't nobody can stop you from what you want to do. Thank y'all so much.